especially your social studies teachers, they're going to think that we don't know anything about geography. We know this doesn't look like the real world, it's just for fun. But once you have your sheet, I'm going to have you go around and go ahead and turn around. So you're facing the outside of the circle. Okay, so go ahead and turn around so you're facing the outside of the circle. So nobody can see your answers. And I'm going to give you, there's 5 consonants, and there's something different that you're going to, a different question for each consonant that you're going to answer. Now you can write your answer or you can draw it. Okay, so for any of these, feel free to draw or to write. Okay, but I'll give you about a minute, a little about, to write a response. So, for letter A, consonant A, draw or write the name of your favorite toy when you were a child. Draw or write the name of your favorite toy when you were a child. So that's just in consonant A. So your favorite toy when you were a child. Okay, let's go to consonant B. It looks like everyone's done writing in our circle here. Consonant B. Draw or write the name of something you like to do for fun right now. Draw or write the name of something you like to do for fun right now.
When you say right now, you mean like write it right now?
Like currently, at your current stage of life.
Oh, okay.
Like I used to like to play Pokemon, but that's not my favorite thing to do anymore. Now what's my favorite thing to do? So something you like to do for fun. Okay, letter C. It looks like we're ready to move on to letter C, I think. Draw or write the names of the people in your family, and your pets do count.
Huh? Mom, dad.
Don't forget those guineas.
Oh, it's a do count.
They count, so you can put your pets on here too.
Oh.
So like the names of your
saying
family.
like their due date.
No, your pets count
What is the name of
because they're part of our family. Okay, for consonant D, draw or write the name of a movie that you really liked. Could be a new movie, an old movie, doesn't matter. A movie that you really liked.
For D?
For letter D.
I don't know a movie. Moana. Sure, Moana. Best movie is Stand By Me. Shrek 3. Very good.
Okay, and then for the final consonant, draw or write down something you want to do, but haven't had the chance yet. And once you've answered that, go ahead and fold your paper into 4, so in half and in half again.
I know my name on it.
What's that? No, your name doesn't need to be on it.
I don't know what I want to do. I want to go to Valley Fair.
Put it on there.
Have you been to Valley Fair though? No, I used to go. I lived in California for 8 years.
And I need you to keep your paper folded for a minute. I'm going to partner you up, and you can just stay keeping your backs to the circle. You can kind of move so you're sitting kind of knee to right next to each other, okay?
So you two will be partners. Henry, you're going to be partners with Francis. Okay. You're going to be partners with Lynn Claire. Ben, you're going to be partners with Mila. And then you two are partners.
2, 3, 4, find a partner.
Next to each other. I'm going to keep time. The partner with the longest hair, so you determine who has the longest hair. The partner with the longest hair is going to share first.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead and share with your blonde. You're going to go through the things you wrote. If you are not sharing, keep your paper folded and under your leg. Okay? Yep, so if you have the longest hair, you're sharing. Your own choice. And take a minute to share with each other. Once you share, sit back down in the circle. Just simply slow and steady. This is an important activity because we're getting to know each other and we're sharing more about ourselves than just our names. So slow and steady is kind of the key for this one.
Where's mine?
Everything else is kind of written in for you, but we're going to go back to page 43, and I'm going to tell you about assigning partners. My book says 43. I guess that's probably not yours. Go back to the first page. What page is that? Oh, 9. Go back to page 9. We're going to fill in how you assign partners. So chances are high you'll have, some groups might have a lot of boys or a lot of girls. Sometimes it's evenly split, but probably not. So as they are writing their answers, you might go around and do a little shuffling. Okay, you might say like, hey, I'm just going to have you move over here, move it around. Because here's how you partner them. You will assign boy to girl whenever possible. So it's awesome if you have like 4 and 4, because you'll have a boy-girl partner. Because we need to talk to people of other genders, gotta get comfortable with that. So boy-girl. That's your first. If you can, assign a boy to a girl. Next, you can assign a girl to a girl, but never assign boy to boy. Do you know why?
Because they're trouble. Because boys are rambunctious and they're
This is a quieter, more serious activity, and sometimes when we have boy to boy, it doesn't always happen that way. So this is not meant to be offensive. This is a management technique to help you manage those 6th graders.
What if there's 5 boys and 3 girls? Yeah.
You're going to try to avoid it if possible.
But so we might have to.
You might have to.
What if there's 8 boys?
There will be 8 boys. That would be mathematically unusual. Okay. Okay, the next thing it says, have them sitting hip to hip. I didn't say that. I kind of said knee to knee. Just thinking a little bit about that physical distancing. So you might not say like, hey, sit hip to hip, but just say like, hey, I need you to sit next to each other. And this is letter B. It says hip to hip, but you could just say knee to knee. Facing the same direction. Notice that you weren't facing into the circle, you were facing out. That was on purpose. It removes distraction. It allows you not to be facing your friend who's sitting across the circle and making, like silly faces at each other and stuff. So keep them facing outward. And then have them put their folded paper under their leg. Okay, and the reason we do that again is to allow focus. So it also signals who's sharing when. If their paper's under their leg, they're not sharing, so they're listening. Have them determine who in the partnership goes first by having the longest hair. Okay, so it says, letter C is longest hair. And then it's just the person with the longest hair goes first. And you give them 1 minute to share. The person listening keeps their paper under their leg. After 1 minute, you're going to stop and say, all right, it's the shorter hair person's turn. So the longer hair person should put their paper under their leg. So what I'm looking at here for E is leader.
Can you say D again?
Yeah. Let's do E first. Leader keeps the time, and people listening keep their paper under their leg. Letter D is the person with longer hair goes first. They have 1 minute. The person listening keeps their paper under their leg. Okay, I'm gonna lead you through this next activity. Please don't try to keep this quick. Probably aren't gonna do a lot of practicing of these two because I'm looking at the time and we do have some information for tomorrow to share. So, let's just go through this. Let's find out what different things we like about life. And if you remember my outro, sorry, let me go back. My outro was, now that we've gotten to know each other a little better, we're going to learn some of our favorite things. So let's find out what different things we like about in life. Okay, I'm going to ask you each to pick a number from 1 to 35. When you choose it, I'm going to look at my sheet and I'll ask you a question based on that number. All right, so just like, for example, Elizabeth, give me a number. 12, okay? So then I'm gonna ask, you could say this question of me, like what is your favorite cartoon? My favorite cartoon is Silver Smurfs. Okay, so that's kind of how it works, but I'll be asking the question to you. Now some of these questions have an asterisk or a star. That's an all play. So that means that when I ask the question, everybody's going to respond to it. Okay, so remember our numbers are 1 through 35. All right. So, go ahead, let's give this a try. Elizabeth, give me a new number.
21.
Okay, Elizabeth, this is an all play. Perfect. So everybody's going to respond to this question. What is your favorite animal?
Are we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'd say probably koala.
Okay.
Tiger.
We can come back to you, Maddie. Sylvia? Turtle.
I'm not sure.
We'll come back to you. Dog. Horse. Dog. I forgot to say mine. Mine's an elephant.
Yeah, mine's an elephant.
Elephant, Maddie. Falcon. All right, good job. All right. Nalia, give me a number 1 through 35. 15. This is another all play. There's like only 4. All right, another all play. What is your favorite day of the week? Wednesday? Thursday? Friday? Friday? Saturday. Okay. Maddie, give me a number 1 through 35. 2. What? This is just for you, Maddie. What's your favorite sport? Soccer? Or surfing? Wow, have you ever surfed? Wow, that's really cool. Awesome. Okay, Sophia, number 1 through 35. 30. What? This is just for you, Sophia. What is your favorite recess game? Foursquare. Oh, I love Foursquare. I think we all know each other a lot better than we did when we first got here this morning. I think we have a pretty cool group. End of activity. Okay, so just the few things to write down here. Go ahead to the next page in your book. It must be page 10 or something. What's important is that you accept their answer, whatever it is, and respond with a positive word. Foursquare, I love Foursquare. Or, ooh, surfing, that's really interesting. I don't think I've ever done that. You're really brave. So some sort of positive word or encouragement. And the good to great here is very simple. This activity is about total support. So you are validating, giving total support to every response that they give. So like, what if somebody said, like, let's just imagine here, let's say that I ask, you know, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Okay, and a kid says peppermint bonbon or mint chocolate chip. In Wisconsin, I say peppermint bonbon. Okay, mint chocolate chip. As a leader, I don't want to be like, ew, I hate that flavor. It's so gross.
it's so bad.
Because what happens now when that kid said my favorite flavor is peppermint bonbon or mint chocolate chip? I'm like, ew, yuck.
Ew, yeah.
What is that kid feeling?
Discouraged.
Discouraged. Again, it's kind of like going back to that straw challenge. If they drop their straw, we want them to feel encouraged and picked up. So they'll be like, oh, really? Interesting.
I don't think sixth
You know.
graders are that
Wait,
sensitive.
What if someone?
They are.
What if someone says raisin rum? Okay, no one. I'm just saying.
That's my favorite ice cream.
Really? So I mean, good job.
See? There you go. So
Yeah.
thinking of how you can encourage them, be like, oh, I've never had that one. Or, oh, you know what? If you don't like it, you guys, hey, is anybody else? Is that anybody else's favorite? Or you just say, ooh, that's minty. You can, yeah. But you don't want to.
I've never
You
heard
don't
of
want
that.
to say something that makes them feel bad, right? This is all about total support and acceptance. You're setting the tone. At Southview, and one of the things that we will talk about, when I will talk about with the sixth graders in the gym during orientation, we're going to talk about how everybody at Southview can have their own style and still fit in and be a part of our school. So this is an example of that, right? We don't have to agree with everybody. We don't have to have the